That's tough, man.
Yeah, it is. Nothing's wrong with that. Look.
Okay, Battlefield. You know what? You win. I give up. I've spent nearly 4 days trying to do my one and final class challenge here in the entire game. Repair vehicles in a match. I spent multiple videos doing this now. I've given up. Now, for most people, when people say that they give up, that means that they were broken by this challenge. This challenge is simply rigged. Not only is it very, very difficult to get 6,000 in a game, which, you know, sure, you could sit there and say that that should be an elite challenge, something that is more difficult, but to put that into perspective, I did all of the other challenges as well, and some of them were bad, but they were easily possible just over time. This challenge, on the other hand, has a very unique aspect to it, where you have to sit around and wait for other people to basically do the challenge for you. Other people need to be getting in vehicles. Other people on the other team need to be getting in vehicles. The other team needs to be firing things that do damage to our vehicles. My own team needs to be moving the vehicle into a position where it will receive fire. And I also have to remain in a position behind that person and stay relatively safe. Not only that, but sometimes repairing vehicles straight up stops counting. In regular games, it straight up stops counting. I'm not joking. You know, whenever you're doing something in Battlefield and there's these little notifications that pop up right in the middle of the screen to tell you what you're getting points from? I have straight up on multiple occasions yesterday alone gone into a game, started repairing things. I take a look over at my repairs. It's not tracking at all. It's not that it's just not tracking. It's that it's straight up in game is not being earned. The game is not seeing that I am repairing, even though I am clearly repairing. So I have to have this perfect storm of everything happening, along with I have to hope that it just works, period. This challenge is easily the worst one in the game. It just is. It's possible to do, again, it's very possible to do, but also another thing with the way that people approach Battlefield, people are just going into portal modes and just doing it anyway. Although, the portal modes have been hit recently, so I don't know if that's like possible to do anymore or anything, but before they came through with that, people don't give a fuck. They're just all going to portal modes and just skipping anything, any challenge that's on like the longer side. This one, I don't really blame people for doing, but at this point, I've spent way too long doing this to where I cannot just cheese it in the end. I have to do it legitimately. I could give myself the go ahead and just join some custom server and go and complete it myself. Have some super long conquest match, run some bots into each other, and I just sit there and heal it for 20 minutes. So since that's pretty much like my last challenge overall that I'm gonna actively go for, everything else at this point is like winning in certain modes, playing certain modes. So I'm just gonna leave that and I'm gonna start leveling up my guns and go from there. I'm gonna get as many 50s as I possibly can before Black Ops 7 drops. M4 is level 49. Hold on, wait a minute. About to have a 50 right now. I didn't even realize that shit. Now, Call of Duty had similar things as well, where like a challenge is just bugged or it's not tracking or whatever, and you just have to come back to it later. I'm gonna wait for them to fix this challenge or make some kind of adjustment. You either lower the amount to like 3,000 instead of 6,000 or increase the amount of progress you get while healing, something. They're gonna have to do something about that one. Otherwise, at some point, I'll just do it in the bot portal thing and be done with it. Dude, I've been playing really good since last night. I mean, I literally have like less than 40 hours on mouse and keyboard, realistically. Starting to get some flicks down. Again, it comes down to having the sensitivity. I was talking about how I was like getting my sensitivity before, but I never seriously played mouse and keyboard much. In FPS games anyway. I played plenty of mouse and keyboard on like MMORPGs and shit. That's a whole different kind of skill set. They just put out a trailer for season 1. There's some new maps and stuff. I saw that there were some new skins coming. I don't know if they were data leaked or if they have it in like their blog post or whatever it is, but some people are mad about one of the outfits. I mean, people are mad about one of the outfits before as well, too. The green outfit. It's some promotional shit, which is what most people assume. But now there's this blue outfit, and they're like 18 days. It only took them 18 days to just make it so it's not grounded and gritty anymore. This guy put this stupid blue outfit on. This is no longer my Battlefield 6. I ain't gonna say you don't care. You obviously do, but it's really not that big of a deal. Sorry. Like objectively, it's not a big deal. You're a guy that put on an outfit that still fits the overall like silhouette of a soldier. Last night before I got off, even when I was tired, I was torching lobbies. It was nice. The idea is to not use the mouse, but to turn the mouse into an extension of your own arm. The thing about controller is that whenever you're using controller, you're using like an instrument. It feels like that it's something that you're using in your hands, whereas mouse and keyboard feels like something I can link directly to my hand-eye coordination. Of course, you can do that on controller, but there's still that element of like aim assist and the general clumsiness of a controller. The trick is to try to align my mouse and keyboard sensitivity with how my brain is looking at the screen. Eventually, the muscle memory will be so good that it's basically just become an extension, just my hand-eye coordination. The shit'll be automatic. Like when you hear a noise or you see a bright light and your body will immediately naturally react to it and just pinpoint onto it immediately. This input feels like it could be connected to my nerve endings, like I'm becoming a machine itself. I recognize that it sounds like the ramblings of a madman, but other madmen will understand. I had people ask me, dude, are you gonna switch to mouse and keyboard on Call of Duty? Fuck no. Absolutely not. I mean, unless that aim assist nerf is like, it makes controller feel bad. It's one thing if it's gonna be weaker. I'm completely fine with that. I think a weaker aim assist feels good. I think I've already had this discussion. They would have to fuck up really bad with whatever adjustments they're making with controller before I even considered swapping. Now, I didn't expect them to touch the aim assist at all, but we'll see what this even means. It could be an aim assist change, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll get it right. Because remember, they did make adjustments to aim assist before where the aim assist was shutting off at a certain range or some shit. You remember that, right? And they immediately were like, yeah, nah, never mind, that's not good. So this could be a very similar thing where I don't really know how their adjustment is gonna work. They said something about needing to move your stick in the same direction as your opponent or something. We'll have to see how it works overall, but I think it does sound a little bit odd, but we'll see. Because it could be the case that, yeah, that changes, but the strength of the aim assist still stays the same, right? They did talk about the strength of it, blah, 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 but I'm saying the general feel of it, it might change how it operates overall, but it could end up quite strong anyway. I was having a blast on the beta. By that point, I mean, what? That's in like another 3 weeks or something like that. That's 3 more weeks of Battlefield and other games and shit. Oh, also, speaking of other games, I said I was gonna be doing Ninja Gaiden. Oh, Mastery 50. Boom. There's a mastery camo. I started playing and recording my Ninja Gaiden video. Was having a good time. Combat-wise, definitely a great Ninja Gaiden. Story, I don't really care. It's typical story, you know, big boobs, lots of violence, shit like that. Stuff I would expect from Ninja Gaiden, you know what I mean? I'm not like a giant fan of it, but at the same time, I don't hate it by any means. It's fun. Playing, I was recording. I got like an hour and a half in or so. I got past one of the boss fights, one of the missions after that, and the gameplay was frozen. The audio was there, but the gameplay was frozen. So I just said, fuck it. I didn't beat the game yet, but I played some more hours, and I mean, again, story-wise, whatever. I don't know what people are looking for in a Ninja Gaiden story, but new character is pretty cool. I don't want to get spoilers and shit. So for anyone looking forward to that, sorry, I probably won't be able to get it up now. Now they got the new Battlefield trailer out there, and yeah, I should be swapping to a different weapon now, actually. This is the first time I feel like I'm playing the game normally now. I mean, the first day or two, I was definitely still playing the game normally, quote normally, but I was trying to see what it was like going from level 1 to 50 with a weapon, spam that broken shotgun. The new maps for Battlefield, more maps will definitely be welcome. They definitely, from the beta made feel like a lot of the maps were really small and stuff like that. But with the full game coming out, the larger maps are definitely, they give that big Battlefield feel now. The feeling that I come to expect whenever I'm playing Battlefield. My KD would be so much higher than like the 2.5 that I'm currently at, just doing all the dumb shit I was doing. I can't imagine what happened to my KD while I was running around just trying to get all those heals and shit. There's apparently a challenge where you have to get like 1996 or 2000 revives or some shit like that. I probably got like 1200 revives or some shit right now, and I don't even like think about doing revives a lot of the time. I just do them. They're automatic. That comes with just playing the medic class overall, so I don't think 2000 revives is really that crazy. It's something that'll just happen over time. One thing I really like about mouse and keyboard that I've been doing is the fact that I'm not afraid of smoke grenades anymore. Playing on controller for that long, smoke is scary because smoke turns off your aim assist entirely. And the thing is, it's not that I can't aim without aim assist, it's that I can't aim when the game is turning the aim assist on and off. Just like how I was explaining how it was like a really bad change that they were turning the aim assist on and off within a certain range, and then they reverted it because it feels like shit. It's the same kind of thing. I feel like the smoke grenade is necessary to, you know, turn off the aim assist. I think it's a really smart thing to do against controller players, but it feels really bad for the controller player. Not because you can't hit people, but because it genuinely feels bad using the input whenever it happens. Because you go from having this same feeling, again, imagine you're riding a bike and you're used to pressing the pedals, and the pedals have this specific feel to it whenever you're pressing it. You ever try to pedal a bike where the chain pops off of it? It'll either get stuck or it'll just have zero resistance resistance at all. That's what it feels like whenever your aim assist gets shut off entirely. Basically, that's a problem for the controller players to have to deal with, at least, you know, for that time in Call of Duty especially. But the one thing that I really enjoy that I can do on mouse and keyboard now is to be able to turn around faster than I ever could before. The target switching feels incredible. I've talked about target switching before and how great it feels with lower aim assist. This feels fucking, the dopamine hits I get on this input are incredible. It feels so good to be able to just not let the smoke affect me. It's only a visual thing. I don't feel anything whenever the smoke grenade is there. It's like, oh, okay, they could be right here, and I could just easily aim right there, pinpoint. Now, obviously, it takes a little bit of practice to be able to do it, but still, I mean, just turn down your sensitivity. That's the cheat code I found. Using mouse and keyboard, turn down your sensitivity. It's really not that hard.